How do you do that every week?
His age.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Jets Afterburners podcast. Dan here, Liam there, Armand down bottom, cellar dweller like the Jets for the past 7 to 10 to 15 years. But those days are done because that excitement is back. The euphoria is here. And you best believe I don't give a crap what you think. I'm drinking the green Kool-Aid, and we are freaking back, Liam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It feels like it's been forever. I'm really excited. I really am. I know that everyone's in shorts and a t-shirt right now, but how could you not be excited right now? I mean, they're saying all the right things. It seems like all the nonsense is out of the building. Coach Glenn came out and said, no more slogans, no more catchphrases. I don't know if he's throwing a little dig at Robert Saleh there or not, maybe. But there was a little bit of off-season drama with our quarterback, and he came out and said, listen, I apologize for that. No more distractions moving forward. It's all about the team. And that's what you want. That's what you want. And not to go too far ahead here, but our rookies are looking phenomenal. Are they not?
Yes, they are. Armand, what do you think about our rookies?
From all the tweets from Zach Rosenblatt, they are shining like superstars.
David Bailey's the real deal, man. I mean, like I said, I know it's shorts in the t-shirt. There's no pads yet. When you're getting by Armand Membu and Breece Hall to sack the quarterback, I think there's something to be said for that regardless.
100%, man. He's just bulldozing his way there. Him, dude, McDonald. Oh my God, dude, the guy is jacked. There's that feeling, right, about
He's
this
jacked.
Jets team. He is jacked, and it gets to the point where I'm like, all right, this does feel a little different. The reason why I want to say that is because it seems like Glenn back against the wall. He is full throttle with this whole thing. And he knows he's going to give it everything that he has. What are your thoughts so far on Aaron Glenn heading into this season, Liam?
Well, I think it's fair to say that there's a lot of concerns. And that's not to be the Debbie Downer to rain on anybody's parade. But let's not forget, he was a terrible head coach last year. And nobody's seat is hotter than Aaron Glenn's. And we talked about it all off season long. I think it was every team in the top 5 or at least 6, pretty much all of their head coaches were fired. No coach really survives a 3-win season. But he came out and he just cannot stop emphasizing, we're getting better, we're getting better, we're getting better. And that's all he wants to do. He wants to show improvement. Now, the thing is, improvement could be 4, 5, 6 wins because the bar is set so low. And that's really where you wanted this base to be at last year. Nobody was parading last year that we're going to be a 10-win team and we're going to go out and make the play. Like we weren't saying that. We wanted to show competency. That's what we wanted to see. And we didn't see that last year. So I really think that at this point, it would be an outlier if Aaron Glenn turned this whole thing around. You wouldn't see that too often. But he's here. I don't know if he survives the season or not. Weeks 2, 3, and 4 are really a gauntlet with the NFC North, so that's going to be that could be something there. But I want him to succeed, and Jet fans should want. Like, I don't want Aaron Glenn to go out there and start off 0-4, 0-5, something like that. I want to see my team win. I want Aaron Glenn to be the guy. He's saying all the right things. He's taking full control of the defense. And what I really like that he said in his press conferences, I know this defense like I know this defense like the back of my hand. As he should. It's his defense. And he goes, if there's a problem, I could fix it like that. So that's encouraging. So
I like that, right? That, like, for instance, like to start off the season against the Titans, and then with the whole whiteout here at MetLife, where they put the freaking turf back there. Like, enough is enough. That's so stupid. You know, you want to preserve your players. That just doesn't make any sense. Like, to me, not to get off topic, but if I'm investing in something, I don't want my investment to get injured. So I'd rather have something with grass on it, something natural, and something that when you're practicing, you're not practicing on something that's going to be foreign to you come game day. But I digress. My whole thing is this. I honestly think everyone has bought in. Minkah Fitzpatrick says something so powerful yesterday. We have not heard any Jet player say this, I think, in a very long time. I can't even remember the last time a player said this. He said, I want Jet fans to be proud to put on a Jets hat, put paraphernalia on, Jets, green stuff on. We haven't had any of those moments. We've had blips. Look, Jets versus Giants when freaking Zach Wilson in the rain. Oh, wow. You know, fist pumping this and that. Then McDonald jumping over the center of Tampa Bay, blocking, going all the way. And then what happens? We lose at the end of the game. There's not a lot there. Yet this year seems like we have not turned the corner, but we're doing things right? Correct me if I'm wrong. We have a quarterback that's a veteran. We have a signal caller that's been there, done that. We have an offensive coordinator that's been there, done that. Not a good head coach. And I'm talking about Frank Reich. Not a good head coach. But as an offensive coordinator, he hasn't been that bad. Do you agree, Armand?
Yes, just like most coaches. Like, look at Tennessee. Robert Saleh, not a great head coach, a very good defensive coordinator. Their OC, Brian Dable, not a very good head coach, a very good OC. Now we'll see him. We'll see what Dable does, because now he's up with his second young quarterback outside of having Josh Allen. Let's see what he does with Cam Ward. Now, hopefully they lose to us and what looks like to be a must-win for both teams come week 1.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I want to pick your brain on that, Liam. Is it must-win? Is it a must-win game 1?
See, week 1 is like one of those. Week 1 is like one of those like outlier games where it is a must-win, but it's also technically not a must-win. But yes, to get that same old Jets stench out of the building, to get into MetLife week 2, whiteout, rocking, get that stadium electric. It's a must-win. And then you're going up. You know, it seems like every year we got these rivalry games, these revenge games. Last year was Aaron Rodgers, and we went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers. We almost beat him. Aaron Rodgers did not beat the Jets last year. The Jets lost. But in order to get that stench of Robert Saleh out of the building, and yeah, we are the new New York Jets. Yeah, I think it is a must-win. You got Robert Saleh talking crap about the Jets already, and I love it. I love it. I really do. But then the thing that pissed me off today, they asked Robert Saleh, and he goes, I don't know. And then he starts talking about roasting marshmallows and other things. And once I hear that, I'm like, all right, you know, I'm glad that this guy's gone. I like Robert Saleh. I feel like you have to say that he's a nice guy anytime we talk about him. Yeah, he's a great guy. But is it a must-win for the season? No. But can that season start 0-4 very quickly if you don't win week 1? Yes. And I'm not saying that the Jets can't pull one out of their rear ends and beat one of these NFC North opponents. Sorry for the long answer here. But there's a very realistic chance that we start 1-3. That's okay because the season kind of breaks up after that. And all you need to do is hang around that 500 range. Then maybe you beat a team you're not supposed to or two, and anything could happen.
I mean, you're right there, right? Like, to me, I think. Sorry, I think I'm covering you, Armand. I apologize.
Armand looks great.
That's
Armand right there. He's going like this.
We have a special guest, Garrett Wilson. So I gotta be honest. I think it is a must win because 4 games out, I'm looking at 2-2. I gotta be frank here. I gotta be Frank Reich here. Right? Titans, you gotta win. By all means necessary, you gotta go out there. You cannot play games here. You gotta leave 1-0. Now you come back home. To me, you have momentum. You have, not for nothing. I think that atmosphere against the Packers, with everything that we have gone through as a fan base, that home opener will be exactly, I'm not going to say more, but exactly like how it was in 2009 when we beat Houston. And then we came home.
Yep.
The opener was against the Patriots. I think that atmosphere, coupled with players that want to succeed here, they do. Like, make no bones about it. They want to win here because we had to deal with this. Let's not forget. Have you guys seen the highlight of Justin Fields today at Chiefs practice? He kept throwing at the linebackers. And I'm not even being funny. He was throwing it at that was our starter. That was our starter. No more. I've turned the corner with Geno. I've turned it. Everybody deserves second chances. Everybody deserves it. I'm cool with it. And this whole thing, I'm sorry to go on a tangent, but the answer is yes, Vinny. But it's not 2027. This here, Davis Webb for head coach, and I get where you're coming from, Vinny. I get it. I totally get it. But this is where this franchise surprises the crap out of us. When there's nothing to play for. There's nothing. There's no expectation. Nothing. There's nothing. And this is where they come up with 10 wins. 10 wins.
Do you remember actually Geno's last season, that 2015 season, when he broke his jaw and everyone's going, oh, well, there goes the season. We got Ryan Fitzpatrick. And then that goes on to be the best season we've had since then. So once these, and you're right, Dan, it's always these under the radar seasons that nobody has high expectations and everyone's going, oh, what are the Jets going to be? Nobody knows what this team is going to be. So you're absolutely right. There's no reason that we can't go out there week 2 in our whiteout and beat Jordan Love and the Packers. These aren't the Aaron Rodgers Packers. There's no Jordy Nelson and Davante Adams. Those guys aren't there. They're a good team, but Micah Parsons isn't playing.
No, he'll be out.
That is huge for us.
That's an advantage for us because now the O-line doesn't really have to look for a double team on Micah.
But the thing is, I don't want to harp on Vinny, but is it far-fetched? I don't. It's the NFL. We don't know. The thing is, we're basing that off of what have the Jets been the past 10 years or 15 years. Yeah, totally. I'm looking at this whole thing very objectively as a non-Jet fan, just looking at it objectively, saying the Jets have players. You can't say they don't have. Look at the offense. You got Breece Hall, Braelon Allen, Kenyon Sadiq, Omar Cooper. I'd even say Garrett Wilson. And then you have the offensive line, a young offensive line that we have all bitched about for the longest. When are we going to have an offensive line? When are we going to have it? We have it. We have an offensive coordinator now.
Yep.
We have it. We have a defense. We have players that can rush the passer. To me, if you have a team believing in each other and the wins come, you'll be surprised. How many of these stories do we have to watch every year of other teams succeeding and they had nothing in the bag? Nothing. No, the Jets. No, forget it. Well, we got to go. Arch Manning is the answer, which I'm high on. Now another. We got to go for McDermott. Yep. Who I'm high on. I'm cool with. But hold on a second. I'm going to start the season in full tank mode, knowing very well that the Jets own Dallas's first pick. It could also be Green Bay's.
Yeah,
and the Colts, honestly, if we're talking about a team that sucks between the Jets and the Colts, it's the Colts. And don't give me this Daniel Jones nonsense. I can't. It's unbelievable.
Right. And the thing with the Colts, too, is, like you said, there is no talent there. No talent. And the thing is, like you said, Dan, we have those 2 first-round picks already. So why not? There's no reason that we should be trotting Bailey Zappi out there or Brady Cook, weeks 13, 14, 15, 16. There's no reason for that. I mean, God forbid, hopefully everybody's healthy. That's the biggest thing. Getting out of training camp healthy and staying healthy throughout the season. But if you could do that, then there's no reason that they should be in tank mode. Even if the season goes down the toilet fairly quickly, which, I mean, let's be honest, Dan, there's a chance it might. I know everybody's flying high right now. Nobody wants to hear that, but it could happen. The potential is there for that to happen as well. But there's no reason that they shouldn't be trying their hardest. You're not tanking for next season. Like you said, you already got the 2 first-round picks, and you're going to have either pick 1 through 32. So you're going to get a top 32 player in the draft at some point. On top of, like you said, either Green Bay or Dallas's, which neither team seems like a Super Bowl contender. I know Ryan Clark got fired for that, but I digress.
Oh, that guy's a freaking
there's no reason that they shouldn't be trying their hardest weeks 1 through 17.
We'll bring him in. Let's bring him in. Let's bring him in. Can you turn your phone the other way, 90 degrees?
Turn it on a 45.
No, 90 degrees.
He's spinning.
There you go. So
I still gotta hold it.
You got to hold it.
What's going on, gentlemen? It's a long time, and football is back.
Football is back. You calling from the moon?
Oh, I'm down in the office.
I love it. So you're not. Are you psyched? Are you psyched that it's football season, or you are giddy that it's Jet season? Or you're just saying, you know what? I've seen enough. Enough. They suck this year.
Dude, DraftKings has them at 5.5 wins. What do you really expect this year?
Who has them?
If I'm not mistaken, DraftKings has them at 5.5 wins for the season.
And who's DraftKings? Who are they? Who the freaking DraftKings?
My thing is, I'm not ready to go into full-blown tank mode. I'm expecting this draft to be gone. We'll be gone after this year. I like the point you made. The line is good. We actually do have an above-average line for once. We have weapons. We still have a few holes on defense. But the thing is that's going to make this job appealing next year is a lot of cash that's coming, and obviously the 3 number 1 pick. The whole thing I bring up with Baker Mayfield is right before I called into you guys, I saw the whole situation with his contract down in Tampa on the network. So part of it was like, wow, that's, I know, hand up, I did not want to take another team's garbage because we've been through this whole, the Rodgers, the Favres, the Fitzpatrick. Yep. I do still want our guy. I'm on that, on that standstill, but, it wouldn't be the worst idea. And then keep those 3 number 1s and continue to build the team from the inside out, not the outside in, as contrary to other regimes in the past that we know.
I'm all for it. Listen, if there's a way to get Baker Mayfield, I'm good. I'm okay with it. Without a doubt, I want to win. I think all four of us, we can come to an agreement. We want to see a product that we're going to be happy about, but not just happy. Like, oh, right, they're trying. I don't want to see that garbage anymore of trying. I want the damn team to win. I want them winning. Like, not for nothing. In 97 with Neil O'Donnell, Parcells comes over and people are going to be like, oh, why don't you tank? And maybe you can get Peyton Manning in the 98 draft. F that. We're changing the culture right here. Neil O'Donnell. Then he switched to freaking Glenn Foley at the end of the season. It's that culture shift. That's why we have to let this.
I think you got your history wrong there, Dan. Not to cut you off.
What do you mean?
O'Donnell played until the end of the season that year. Parcells is part of the reason why we lost that game in Detroit, because he didn't trust O'Donnell to win that game when he did the half-back option with Leon Johnson.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
Foley came in 98. He played the first 2 games before he got hurt.
No. Foley was part of that, especially with Rich Kotite drafted him. So what happened in that season, Neil O'Donnell started. Then all of a sudden he needed a spark. He put in Glenn Foley. Forgot what game it was. He had, I believe, 9 straight completions in 97. Then he got injured. And then I believe he put in Ray Lucas as well at the end of the season. It was a disaster against Detroit. That's where Barry Sanders ran all over us. But then in 98, Foley started. And then our boy, the Italian stud, came in and just started breaking records in 98. Hopefully Geno can do the same. Hey, Geno got an Italian name.
Listen, what do you expect this season? Realistically speaking, what do you think? Are they competing for the last wild card? Are they playing meaningful football around the holidays? How about that?
Let's look at the schedule. No. Let's look at the schedule. It's only one way to look at it, and I think all of us.
The question should be: are they playing meaningful games in October?
Oh, that's very true. Wow. Oh my God. That is a freaking checkmate move right there. Liam, can you move over to your right so we can see your face? There we go. Honestly, Vinny, do we win week 1?
I honestly, all joking, I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah, we win, right?
You know why? Because I think Solid is that bad of a head coach.
Right. So now we win, right? And now we come up. Yeah.
If you want to pull something up, I sent you and Armand a clip of Titans practice yesterday.
Yeah.
On X. I messaged you.
Oh, you did. Yes. But before I get into that, because this is where it gets wild, right? Because I understand, Vinny, because I've been there and I am there once in a while. I'm there. But now you're riding high. You're in MetLife right now. White out. The crowd is going crazy. Geno Smith is back. As much as I'm not a big fan of him, but I'm warming up. You're back there. You have a lot of weapons on offense. Defense, if David Bailey is that kind of disruptor, it could be a long day for Jordan Love. Against the Packers, I don't see the Packers coming here and destroying the Jets. Do you see that in a world where the Jets can win this one? Like, are the Packers that overpowering to you? Like, for you to say, nope. Like, I'm going to say that, Vinny. Vinny, I'm going to say that against I'm going to say that against Detroit. Vinny, one second. I'm going to say what you just said. Nope. Like that quick against Detroit and the Bears. I'm going to say
Dan,
that.
You have a starting 2-0?
Yes. So long as we win the first game. We win the first game, that Green Bay game is going to be a playoff game for the Jets. Because they don't win that one, they start off 0-4 easily.
I wouldn't go that far, but
now let's also who played, well not played, but who coached against the NFC North twice a year on that defense? Aaron Glenn. So he has familiar with LaFleur's system. So there's a little bit of an edge up there too. And then going into Detroit, yes, I'm not. Let's not say that Detroit is a bunch of scrubs. They are a very good team. But if anybody knows them, it's Aaron Glenn. So let's not sit here and say that there's absolutely no world where they can beat Detroit early on in the season, where Jahmyr Gibbs right now is holding in. He's not practicing, but there's a whole bunch of contract stuff going on there.
Yep.
So, like I said, I'm not saying that we're going to go on this crazy tear run, but there is a slight possibility. And yes, we should be underdogs, and I'm sure we will be. But let's not sit here and act like there's absolutely no chance that we can't beat Detroit. Who knows Dan Campbell's system better than Aaron Glenn?
And to piggyback on Liam with Detroit, look at what Campbell did last year with 2 new coordinators. He lost his, they were not that good. This is way too early, but I think Campbell's going to be on. This is his hot seat year.
I think
if the Jets beat the Lions, that's going to raise the temperature on his hot seat.
He's had a lot of success over there that quickly, just like that.
He lost his 2 coordinators, Vinny, last year, and that was the big difference.
I understand that they took a major step back. All I'm saying is prior to Campbell arriving in Detroit, nobody wanted to hear a word about Detroit. I mean, they were hot garbage for 3 decades.
Yeah, that's your Tennessee Titans.
But we can't see because of the schedule. Dude.
Oh, my bad. My butt.
Yeah, you're telling me we can't beat them week 1?
Yeah, right. I mean, check this out, guys. Like these are the Titans. Yeah, nice.
I like the new unis though.
Cue the Benny Hill song in there. And look at this guy. There we go. He's supposed to get the ball from the center that's in front of him, not behind him. Unless they're really practicing playing against the Jets.
Yeah, I don't know. Why is the center lining up like that?
I don't know.
That's Brian Daboll. I thought that was the center.
Yeah,
but like,
Daboll.
He might be playing
like Vinny.
center.
So Vinny, you have them starting off 1-3, yes?
We look at it again.
Right?
Yeah, the second one coming with Cleveland.
Okay, 2-3. Then against the Patriots,
Lost.
2-5. Now against the Dolphins.
Is it home or away?
Home.
Win.
Home.
All right, so what? 3-5 right now?
Yeah.
3-5. Against the Raiders, 3-5.
Yeah.
3-5. 4-5.
Yep.
3-5. Then the Chiefs.
Lost.
3-6. Then the Bills here at home.
Lost.
The Chargers.
Lost.
the Dolphins over there.
Lost.
Beautiful. The Broncos over here. We almost beat them twice.
You forgot the bye week, Dan.
We always lose off the bye, so that's a loss.
All right. No shot. It's 3-10. So the Cardinals.
Win.
Yeah. And then the Pats here at home.
I could just go down the line. They don't win again after that. The Cards are the last one, dude.
You got them at 4 wins. All right. You know what? Why not? Why not?
I will root for them to be just because I hate Salah's guts.
I don't know, man. I mean, the Jets have – you know what the Jets have right now, Vinny? And you could agree, man. We have the unknown. We have no idea what they have. That's the problem. We have no idea. It's not like when we had Aaron Rodgers and Devontae and, all right, we're going to go out there. We're going to, compete against the world. And we got our asses blown off. You know what I mean? If there's such a thing. And then, I don't know, man. It's just no one knows anything. Nobody.
We had the players on that team. We had the wrong guy leading. And my theory is I think we picked the wrong guy leading the pack because we have a very good young group in this locker room. Yeah. We do. I think I saw enough last year to bring in a defensive guy and have his defense be historically bad. The way it went down, the whole season without an interception, for a fact that will never happen again. I've seen what I've seen. I could smell a head coach, a bad one, from a mile away because we've been through this so many times before.
And we're Italian. We're known for those kind of things.
So all I'm saying is I'm not going to waste your guys' time on the show. What type of coach I'm looking for? Obviously, I want somebody offensive minded. I want somebody who's done it before. Especially if we're drafting a quarterback, I want somebody who's worked with quarterbacks. Like Davis Webb, but to each his own. It depends. If we brought in somebody like Baker Mayfield, I would not be against it. Preferably, I'd like our own guy under center. Wink, wink.
I don't know
What?
if Baker
So-
will come here.
Yes, Armand. All right.
Now,
Piggybacking off of what Vinny said, right? Our guy. Let's say things get really interesting this season.
I know where you're going with this.
And Klubnik wins the second string.
Yeah.
And God forbid something happens with Geno or he gets pulled. And it's the third game of the season, second game of the season. I could see this happening, second game of the season. And this freaking guy comes into play. Klubnik walks in and he shocks everyone. He shocks everyone and he does really well. I think that would be the dream scenario for the New York Jets. If this guy is the one, because now next year you have 3 first-round picks that you could build around the guy, or let's say if we have the first overall pick and this guy takes you to the AFC Championship game. I'm playing fantasy here. This guy takes you to the AFC Championship game. You trade out of that first overall pick for a ransom.
Yes.
I like this guy. I think of Chad, man. When I see this guy and the moxie and everything I'm hearing on, SNY and Cimini talking, they all say it. He exudes that same kind of moxie that Chad had. This guy becomes the guy. It's a wrap.
Here's the difference between everything you said. I would sign up for in a heartbeat. That would be a dream come true. A club that came in and somehow, someway righted the ship, got us within a breath of the wild card, or God willing, I might say, get to the wild card. But here's the difference. Klubnik's a 4th-round draft pick. Okay? He wasn't drafted to be the franchise guy. When Pennington was drafted here, he was expected to take over for Vinny at some point in time. I personally think, because I've heard nothing but good things about the kid so far in camp, I think his ceiling would be long-term career backup. That's what I think. And that's not a bad thing either.
But doesn't it matter what the player thinks? Like, look at Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, same thing, career backup. Dude is making buku bucks. And then we had one guy that was tearing us a new asshole every year for 20 years. He got selected in the 6th round. Career backup, right? No, wait, hold on a second. That's the thing. All these arguments, it's good until you bring facts to the table, and then all of a sudden, it's no good. Honestly, I haven't seen this guy play. I haven't. I haven't seen him. I've seen him at Clemson. That's it. But you've seen Tom Brady play at Michigan. Well, did he look like a franchise quarterback?
No,
Not even close.
And then he got pulled because they favored Drew Henson.
Brian Gracie.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. That's the thing. I think we go off of history and what favors the worst scenario for the Jets. And you know what? I don't blame you. I don't blame myself or any one of us, because it's always the same thing with the Jets, right? It's the shoe's going to fall off. It's negative. F that. Like, go ahead.
We drafted more quarterbacks, whether it's the 1st round or the 7th round, than any other franchise, I think, since the 90s.
Armand, go for it.
Yeah.
So, Vinny, you have them winning 4 wins based on your schedule. When does Klubnik take over for Geno in your schedule prediction just now?
I mean, it kind of depends. It kind of depends. Is Geno getting hurt, or does Geno flat out suck? Because it's 2 different things.
That's a good point.
Let's just say Geno sucks.
Now
If Geno sucks, I think then it's at some point I would say it's always October when our season ends. So I would say some point in October. If we know that, now the season once again is a lost cause, I would want to see the kid play. I would.
Now, we saw Aaron Glenn was not hesitant last year to pull Justin Fields. At what do you think that once Aaron Glenn, if this does happen in this scenario, will he be hesitant, Aaron Glenn, this season to pull a healthy Geno Smith knowing that his job is on the line?
Can I answer that? Can I answer that? Wait, hold on. I'm going to answer that. I think this year, this whole thing, Aaron Glenn knows that he's one hair away from getting fired. He knows it. He absolutely knows it. And hold on a second. I think he realizes that. And I honestly think he is going to play the best player irregardless. So if, let's say we're 1-2, right? I guess at that point we're playing against Chicago. And the Jets need a spark. I don't think he's going to be like, all right, Geno, I trust in you. If he sees, his eyes ain't going to be lying, that Geno's having a really bad game. And what would spark this team would be a rookie quarterback that wants it. He's going to do it. Because if he doesn't, then he's putting his livelihood on the line. Who's to know that Glenn is ever going to have another opportunity to be a head coach?
Right.
I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to place the best players on the field, irregardless of, the amount of time that he was, as a rookie, whatever. Vinny, we can't see you.
John Cena's on the screen.
John Cena. John, have you seen it?
Now, Armand, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's also, how is Frank Reich going to handle Geno and the quarterbacks within the game? Are we all think they're going to be run heavy, especially paying Breece that money. Right. So how often are they going to throw? How often are they going to be in a passing situation? Is Geno going to hold on to the ball too more? Klubnik especially, are they going to use him as a game manager? Whatever. And it's not just going to be on Glenn to make that decision, even though it should. Frank Reich's going to have say.
I couldn't agree more. Oh my goodness!
Can I just say something about that?
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on, Armand. Continue your point. Poor Armand is trying to talk, and we're all cutting him.
Sorry. I'm going to make a comparison to this coaching staff to a baseball coaching staff from this year. The Philadelphia Phillies. They brought in Don Mattingly to be a part of the coaching staff. Everybody knew, okay, the former man, Rob Thompson, was on the hot seat. The Phillies got off to a brutal start. They fired Rob Thompson and went to Don Mattingly. Now they're in a playoff race. What's the record or the performance on the field have to be for where Glenn, Rob Thompson, gets fired and Frank Reich, Don Mattingly, gets promoted to the coaching? I could see that same situation happening.
I mean, if we're going to go that road, and you know what? You tuned in just in time, Danger Zone, just in time. If that were to happen, if that were to happen, let's say if the game goes by Aaron Glenn, you start off 0-4, and Woody Johnson, and I'm sorry to say it, right? Woody Johnson's like, all right, you know what? Shoot, this guy sucks. We're 0-4. We got the young quarterback back there. It seems like the team is responding more with Frank Reich than anything else. He could fire him. He could fire Aaron Glenn, put Frank Reich in there, and right then and there, Geno Smith would not be quarterback any longer. And then start week 5, you have Frank Reich as your head coach and Kay Klubnik as your new head quarterback. And then happens what happens. But I hope we don't get to that point. I really don't. Go ahead, Vinny.
So I'll ask Vinny that question then. Vinny.
Go ahead.
Vinny, so do you think that there is a scenario with Aaron Glenn's job on the line and Geno Smith is not getting the job done, do you think that there is a scenario where he will be reluctant to pull Geno Smith if healthy, or do you think he's going to ride with Geno till the wheels fall off?
No, I think he would. You're going to put the quarterback in under center that gives you the absolute best chance to win, especially when you know your job is on the line. 2 points I was going to make about that because everybody's killing Glenn this year based on the performance last year for obvious reasons. I think no matter what happens, Woody is going to give him the year, and I'll tell you why. Because if he truly sucks, you want him to continue.
And we lost him.
Right as the interim guy, and I'll tell you why. Frank Reich came here in 1996.
And
It's not me
Vinny,
that got hurt.
Vinny, we
Yeah,
can't hear
it's
you.
not me,
You're
right?
going in and out. Your audio is going in and out, Vinny.
You're more out than in.
Oh, so she said. That relationship didn't last too long. Sorry.
Hey, listen, 3 inches at 90 miles an hour gets the job done, all right?
No, we can't hear you, man. Come on, dude. What the hell's going on? Come on. You get paid good. No, not even close. Let me see if you could. Yeah,
Worse.
no. Let me feel you, man.
See, this is like week 3 of
Braille.
the season right here.
See, this is what we got to get. This is why it's practice season.
There we go. I don't know. All right, Solo. All right, go ahead. I'll be the ventriloquist. Go ahead, Vinny. Go ahead. Yes, the Jets are going to win all 17 games. Yep. Geno Smith, more like Geno Testaverde. All right, come out and go back in.
That's what she said.
Same girl, huh?
Yeah.
Same girl.
Oh, we have a question for Armand. Let's while we're waiting for Vinny. Question for Armand: better win percentage this season, Jets or Mets?
This is a hot take, danger zone. I'm going to say the Jets, and that's because I really don't trust the Dolphins. I think we're in a similar position with them. I just think we have a higher ceiling of talent. Like, you look at the offensive there, it's HN and what? Where here with the Jets, you have 2 young tight ends, 2 young receivers, 3 to 4 running backs, a very good offensive line. Malik Willis and Geno, you could basically say are right now even. Consider that a washout until we see them both play on the field. So I will say the Jets will have a better win percentage than the Mets.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Let
Let
me see.
You hear me now?
Oh, much better. Much better.
All right. I'm gonna wrap this.
Coming in hot, man. Coming in hot. Coming.
All right, so I got obviously other things I have to do, but I wanted to check in with you guys. So Glenn is going to get the entire year, no matter how bad things end up falling apart with the team. And the reason why is if it's truly that bad, you want them to continue to be bad for the sake of next year's draft selection. That being said, would he pull, Geno if it meant for the sake of trying to win? Yeah, absolutely. But I will say this. Come week 1, when they're in Nashville for the opener, I don't even think you see Klubnik dressed on the sideline. Expect in the preseason, there's always those surprise cuts amongst the teams. They have to bring in a veteran quarterback. I highly, highly doubt that they're going to go into the season with Klubnik as QB2. And I'll leave you with that.
I'm going to push back on that one. I honestly think that I think that this brass team, number one, there was a whole process to hire Frank Reich. Huge process. We all remember that, right? Who's going to be the Jets offensive coordinator, this and that, and all of a sudden Frank Reich, we're like, oh, shoot. We're all thinking the worst, right? They're paying him a good amount of money, a good amount. The Jets had a litany of quarterbacks to draft from, a lot. The guy that a lot of people wanted was the quarterback from LSU. What was his name again, Armand? Nussmeier. A lot of us, including me, a lot of us. The one that Frank Reich liked the most out of this entire group was that guy. That was the guy. So now, there may be a little bit of a power shift as the season goes by and even entering into it. Aaron Glenn knows it. He already knows that a lot of his power has gone to the GM, right? Like last year at this time, the one that was pulling the strings was Aaron Glenn. Now it's Darren Muji. We all know that. Now going into this season, it's going to be also Frank Reich. If Frank says, I want him, I've seen enough. Now, if he says, you know what, this kid's not ready yet, I need a vet quarterback, then Vinny, you're probably going to be right. But I think the ultimate decision on who's going to be QB2, it's going to be up to Frank Reich. And I like that. I actually like that. Give it up to the guy that knows offense the most out of this entire organization as it stands right now, and that's Frank Reich. If he believes that Kubiak, the freaking guy, Klubnik, is the guy, by all means. If he doesn't, I think we know where that came from. It came from Frank Reich. It didn't come from Muj. No one's going to be tinkering on this roster. Who's going to be the backup to Geno? It's going to be Frank Reich, 1,000%. And I think, this is my last point on this, I think if it's going to be Klubnik as number 2 opening day against the Tennessee Titans, he's going to start giving him a little bit more every week. Every week, he's going to give him a little bit more to learn and to kind of prepare him because he knows what Geno is, man. He knows. He knows. I can't sugarcoat this anymore. We all want Geno to succeed. And if he starts off 4-0, by all means. But if it's there 4-4 and you need a spark, by that point, week 9, I could totally see Frank Reich saying, let's do it. Let's make the change.
If they're sitting there at 4-4, I don't think that they're making the change personally.
No, definitely not. If they're still floating above the,
All right. Let me paint the scenario. We start off.
It have to be based on Geno's.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly, Armand. Exactly. That's it. Armand hit it on the head. And I digress on this one. He's 100% right. If we're at 4-4 and we're skimming by with Geno, Klubnik is going in. Because he took us so far, Geno.
This is almost like the 2022 season where they're winning in spite of Zach.
Yes. They'd have to win in spite of Geno. And like it or not, it have to be fans like us coming on shows like this. Right. Or even like it or not, SNY, the media, pulling and bringing up benching Geno or Klubnik. Whatever. Going
now,
to
see, like,
Vinny's thing about a veteran quarterback, we have to see probably when they get down to the final 53 cuts to see who's out there. And teams might keep their quarterbacks because they might want to get a trade done. So you might see teams that have 4 quarterbacks now keep 4 quarterbacks after they make the final 53 because it's a week before the regular season. They could hold on to these quarterbacks to maybe get a 4th round pick. Maybe a team gets so desperate they offer a 3rd for one of the teams that have 4 quarterbacks, like the Eagles. The Eagles might get a 3rd round pick for Tanner McKee, somebody,
But see, I'm in the same boat as Vinny, and it's nothing against Kate Klubnik. I mean, if he reminds you that much, Dan, of Chad, then let him sit for 2 years. If you have a real veteran quarterback that is able to get the job done, then I don't want to rush this kid into it because we see this all the time. Last year, we were saying, let Brady cook, and he got his chance, and he sucked. So
tell me about it.
Yeah. So if we're able to, I want to get that veteran quarterback. I was very anti letting Tyrod Taylor walk. And how ironic would it be if he steps on the field week 2 for us? That'd be our luck right there. Hopefully nothing happens to Jordan Love. I don't want that to happen. But I really don't. I really want to get a veteran quarterback. I don't know who that may be right now. I don't know who's available. Maybe that's something that we can go into a little bit later on. But I don't want Kate Klubnik to see the field right now.
Cooper Rush just got signed by the Falcons because they were dealing with Tua being out, who just came back today, and Penix is still unhealthy.
What the hell happened to Tua now? He sneezed and freaking pulled a groin?
He came back today to practice, But they signed Cooper Rush yesterday because Penix is still not cleared for practice. Tua couldn't practice yesterday. And they had to cut Trevor Siemian because he got hurt, a non-football injury. So he got hurt out.
Dude, that quarterback room is worse than a rehab center. Oh my gosh, bro. Holy smoke. Well, you know what? That's their problem. None of my problem.
This is a good question, though. Who is? Is there any veteran quarterback out there right now?
So what's the guy's name? Aiden O'Connell from the Raiders. He's not out there yet. That's a guy that I would like for the Jets to look at. If this guy isn't, if this guy's not ready, so that's the thing. Like before you're not leaving yet, right? You're not leaving yet.
10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. So, and I hear what you're saying with the whole Chad Pennington thing, have him sit down. The thing is, remember when we drafted him, we had Al Groh, then he left after the first season, and then Herman was here. The coaches had time. The thing is, Glenn doesn't have that. So he has to pull everything out of his arsenal in order to at least ignite the team. You know, that's why I don't see a world where Klubnik, if he continues to progress in the right direction, where he's going to be demoted. Like, I think that sends a really bad message. Like, if the guy every day, right? Today is what, day 3? And if he's progressing, you can't do that to the psyche of a young kid either. You're like, all right, keep doing. You're doing great. Whatever you're doing, you're going to be a third stringer. I want him. I'm going to say something out on a limb, might be a little controversial. I want him excelling this training camp.
Here we go.
And I want the New York Jets to come up with some kind of conundrum to say, shoot, week 1 is around the corner. We know what Geno is, but this guy really showed in training camp and preseason. We got a major decision. And before we say and anoint Geno Smith the starter, which he is, let's go back. Last year, what did Justin Fields do in order to garner the starting role? Oh, he's like lauded. Oh, look at us. All I'm saying is, if the mantra is true that we're going to let the best players play, let them play. And let them be rewarded if they do excel in practice. And with that,
before you do that though, Dan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're gonna get to Afram. I could, as much as I love you, I couldn't disagree more. More. The last thing you want going into week 1 is a quarterback controversy. If this coaching staff doesn't know who their quarterback is going into week 1, I think we have a lot more problems than we know of.
More questions than answers.
But didn't that work out for Seattle? Didn't it work out for Seattle when they broke the whole Brinks truck for Matt Flynn, and then Pete Carroll out of nowhere trots out a 3rd-round pick? It worked out. To me, I need a coach that is willing. Just, all right, you know what? My job is on the line right here. I see what I see right here. Frank Reich is like, look, man, this guy, whenever you're ready, all right, why wait? If, again, huge big if, we have no idea. We'll see how it transpires. Most likely, this is a dream scenario. This, dream scenario.
I'll fight back Dan on that.
Okay.
It's how they're going to use Klubnik, how they manage him in practice, how he's performing. Like, what plays are they giving him in practice? What plays is he performing in the preseason games? And remember, preseason games are totally different now. Russell Wilson had 4 preseason games.
Yep.
Klubnik and all the players now, there's 3. So now you have more 3rd stringers, 4th stringers, 5th stringers, 6th stringers playing. So Klubnik could look like a Pro Bowl quarterback in all 3 games because I believe he's going to play all 3 games.
I think so.
But is he playing against 1st and 2nd stringers? Probably not.
That 1st and 2nd game, I want him playing pretty much the entire game. Like, you do want to know what he is, but like, I want my coaching staff to go out there. This is our guy. This is the confidence we have, because you go out and think about it. If they do have this conundrum on their hands, And then Geno's halfway through the game, and he's going to do it, throw that interception, that mind-boggling interception. Do you really want him sitting there thinking, oh, maybe we should have thrown in Cade Klubnik? Like, I don't want them questioning things. I want them going out there implementing their system, thinking it is better than their opponent.
I agree.
Have that confidence. I don't want this whole like teeter-totter. Oh, I don't know. Every time that Geno makes a mistake, are we making the right decision? Like, I want my coaching staff to go out there. This is our system. We can beat your system. We know we can. And we're going to let this kid learn. It has nothing to do with his psyche, because if that's the case, then you're going back to the whole Zach Wilson thing. You can't pull him because of his psyche. Oh, we're going to hurt the kid's feelings. Screw that. I'm over that. I don't care about these kids' feelings anymore. I like Cade Klubnik. I want him to be the future of this team, but I don't want it to be this year and probably next year. If Geno performs that well, then
I guess you're not kind of cars for kids kind of guy.
Not at all. No. F them kids.
With that, Afram, welcome, man.
Afram,
welcome.
How are you, my friend?
Sorry about you, Argentina.
No, dude, I got one of these boys over here. I experienced it 4 years ago. I enjoyed it. They played. It was a great World Cup, but it was good. It was good.
It was not life. That's what happens.
Exactly. I knew the Jets were going to lose. The Jets. Yeah, obviously Freudian slip. I knew Argentina was going to lose when they came out the second half out of the Jets tunnel, and you see it in the background is a freaking huge jet mural. I'm like, son of a bitch, man. They couldn't get out.
Rogers come out with the flag and
yes, exactly. Messi would have came out with the Jets flag.
Hey.
The whole Aaron Rodgers thing. He would have ran out and.
Oh my God! What brings you aboard, Afram?
How are you?
Oh no,
What's on your mind?
It's been a long time.
It has.
We haven't played a single game yet. 2 days in practice. You guys are already worried about who's Kublik
who's on first
coming in. He's not going to come in unless Geno gets hurt. Let's put it that way.
Even if he's stinking the joint up?
Huh?
Even if Geno is stinking up the joint?
Well, do you anticipate him stinking up the joint?
I don't.
No, I don't.
I'm basing that on how Frank Reich is going to be a run-heavy offense, and they're going to make.
He could be 50-50,
game manager type of quarterback.
I don't see him like that, Armand. I don't see Frank Reich being a conservative, run-heavy coordinator, especially with the weapons that we have here. And it's not green-colored glasses. Omar Cooper, Garrett Wilson, Kenyon Sadiq. You finally have a coordinator that knows how to draw up a screen to a running back and utilize Breece Hall to its maximum capability.
He was excited when they drafted Sadiq. You saw that. He was extremely excited for Sadiq.
Yeah, I don't see this. I don't see this playing scared type of thing. And again, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, Afram. I see a lot of parallels of. Man, I know I'm going to get slaughtered on this one, but Parcells era where you had Charlie Weiss, Romeo Crennel, Bill Parcells as head coach, where balls to the wall, man. If we lose doing it our way, we lose. But none of this scared garbage. I'm done with playing scared. Like, all right, we got to, manage the clock. Play not to lose. No, go there.
I see a balanced offense.
Yes. And it depends on what the game is giving you. Yeah. If the game is giving you a defense that is run shy, that they suck against the run, Breece is going to have over 150 yards.
Hey, you want to stack the box? They're going to throw.
Yeah, I think that's where Geno comes in handy.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, I do too. They got enough weapons. And it's,
He really is the peacemaker you are, Afram. I'm talking about F them kids.
Well, you hear a lot of shit going on. Did Reich has Reich the game pass him by? He's only been out of the league for 3 years, right?
I don't get that. Dick Vermeil was out of the league for like 90 years. Comes back and wins a Super Bowl.
How many people were begging to go after Gruden?
A ton of people.
And Gruden left the league in 2021, 5 years ago.
Yep.
The game didn't pass him by?
I don't know. He's still doing his pod. He does great work.
You understand where I'm coming from?
I get it.
Yeah. So, Don't go by reputation. Go by what can be done. Big mistake. Big mistake was for Glenn was to be a CEO head coach. He should have done what got him there and run the defense. We have no problem when an offensive guy becomes a head coach and he calls the plays.
Right.
That's what we want. Well, this is what he should have done. He should call the plays. And basically he let Wilkes run the defense, and it took him a while to finally say, hey, goodbye. It was conflict.
And he let Wilkes run Wilkes' defense.
Yeah, which is garbage.
Wilkes should have been running Glenn's defense.
Exactly. And I think he probably wanted him to, and he said, no, this works best. And he didn't.
But just to interject real quick, not to cut anybody off, I do have to get going, though. I got to go to work tonight, unfortunately.
This freaking guy.
I know. All for the betterment of my community.
Paying the freaking the internet bill.
After kids, I say after community.
At least your internet's working.
I agree, man. What's up?
At least your internet's working.
Yeah, today.
Because he's working.
Far.
Yeah. Everything's working great. Everything is going to plan. But with that being said, gents, thank you very much. We got our backup co-host Armand.
Yes,
so.
We're gonna stay on.
Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna listen to us, right?
Yes, I am.
You better listen to us. Okay.
I'll be in the chat. All right. See you guys later.
We're gonna miss you, man.
All right.
Very much.
Listen, one thing, it was on the comments about an hour ago that they had said Glenn's demeanor towards the media has changed. There's very humble, and I love that. What are your thoughts on that, Afram?
Yeah, he's learned. He's a lot of it was from frustration that was going on, right? And basically, he's got to deal with the team, he's got to run the team, and then he's got to deal with the media, and it just builds up, right? Now he's done it. He realizes his mistakes, and now he's a totally different demeanor. And if you listen to these press conferences with the players, they love him. He's got the team playing for him. And the biggest thing is they got Davis and Mika, right? They finally got veteran presence that are leaders, which they haven't had in a long time.
I'm so glad you bring that up.
Okay. That makes such a big difference, So
Anthony Pleasant, Roman Pfeiffer, Brian Cox, not Brian's.
Yeah, right. Remember Tony Richardson in 2009 and in 2010?
Lorenzo Neal.
Yeah.
You need a good mix. You need it. We don't even have to go that far. I mean, Chris Jenkins, Alan Faneca, Damian Woody.
You always had somebody on the line.
I just felt like last year you had such a young group. And with the omission of C.J. Mosley,
exactly,
and you had Sherwood now learning all the ropes, but now you have Demario Davis. Even though he's up there in age, there's a presence in that locker room. In order to change the culture, you need winners. And not only do you need winners, you need moldable young players.
Yeah,
I mean, you got. Omar Cooper won the championship, right, in college. Now, Kenyon Sadiq, he tasted kind of victory and whatnot. You have so many players,
winning programs. They all come from
programs, and I think that is awesome. I think that's something where we're looking into this season, and you have a lot of. I don't even want to call them haters, Afram and Armand. I don't want to call them Jet haters. It's just people that have gone through the ringer already, but it's a new year. 0-0. No one knows anything. Nobody.
Exactly. And listen, they talk about his coaches. Last year was what he had available to him. This year, he has more available to him. Do you remember growing up playing either basketball or sewer-to-sewer football? You had all your friends, and then you pick and choose from the friends. You know the two captains, and that's what you got to deal with. There was nobody. Now those guys are gone. He's brought in new guys that are available, right? He didn't have these guys. Who was coming to the Jets last year? To let's be honest, who was going to stake their career on the Jets with a rookie head coach? Not
Nobody.
too many people.
Nobody.
So he brought Frank Reich back. He was able to lure him in. And I tell you, no one talks a lot about it, but Spielman is a big difference in that team.
Enormous.
Okay, because he's got a lot of contact. I think he can persuade a lot of people. And when we got Dunbar, things started to change. You know,
Dunbar. We're going to harp on this one.
Yeah.
This is such a under the radar signing as a coach. Carl Dunbar. He was here during the Rex Ryan years, and we all knew how strong and lethal that defensive line was. It was because of him as well. And now you have the Briggs on the line. You have so many big time players, Sweat on the line. You have, what's the white guy's name? The guy that's Phillips, Harrison Phillips, another guy. It's blue collar players that no one is expecting much, but they're working as a unit. If we're going to learn anything from what the Knicks did, when you're a cohesive unit and you believe in each other and you trust your teammate and there's no BS around, you win games. I'm not saying that the Jets are going to win the Super Bowl, but I want to see something that is formidable, something to root for, not to get destroyed.
CNC, competence and competitiveness.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not just from the players, it's from the coaching staff too. We got to see it from everybody on the field, 60 minutes.
You think Dunbar could have got a better situation than the Jets?
Yes.
But yet he chose to come to the Jets. What's that tell you? He believes in what's going on.
Right.
Okay. It's you got to have the talent and you got to have the coaching. Okay. And I was looking up Parcells when he first started. He was 3-12. Okay. But he had drafted Taylor as a rookie, nine sacks. He built that team. It was 9-7, and then 10-7, 10-6, and then 14-2. Took him 3 years, right? 83, 84, 85, 86. 4 years it took him to build a championship team.
Right.
But with good draft picks. His offensive coordinator was not Charlie Weiss back then. It was Ron Earhart.
Oh, my God.
Okay. He had Belichick was not his defensive coordinator yet. He was his linebacker coach. I think he was calling the defense at that point. So you got to take things in perspective. Biggest mistake, like I said, is you don't come in, run what brought you here. What made you popular? Run the defense. You run it. And then you nurture a guy under you. Okay? We all wanted Eric Bieniemy that time, right?
Yep.
Thank God we didn't make that mistake because he didn't go anywhere.
Oh,
who was calling the plays?
Andy Reid.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, you see Vinny talking about Davis Webb. Who's calling the plays? Sean Payton, right?
This is what I don't get. It's like, all right, let's see who the next hot guy is. All right, now we're talking about this. It's July 30th, and we're talking about the next head coach.
Let's
think Archie Manning. Let's look for 2027, and then when things don't work out in 2027, we got to think of 2029. Like I said, the best scenario for the Jets is that we change this culture and this guy becomes the guy, hopefully. But at the same token, let's say Geno is Seattle Seahawk Geno and has 35 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 4,200 yards, and he lands us in the AFC divisional game. Perfect. Excellent. We're going to have a bad draft pick. Look at the Colts. We could easily still draft first overall. easily
All
because
I
the
want-
Colts suck.
I don't care how they do it. All I want is wins. Doesn't
That's
make a
it.
difference. I don't need stats. I need wins. The only stat that counts are the wins. And that's it.
That's all I care about. Look at Aaron Rodgers last year here. We sucked. But man, what a nice statistical year he had.
Yeah.
No, it
They
doesn't
talk
matter
about
to me.
who's going to get the ball. If Sadiq gets 300 yards for the season, but he's got 15 touchdowns in the end zone in the red zone, guess what? That's perfect for me. Right?
Yeah.
All he's getting red zone touchdowns. I'm happy with that.
Long
Yeah.
overdue. Look,
Right?
the last time that we had
it's the same thing with Mason Taylor. Like if
Yes.
the tight ends catch
Oh my
more
goodness.
touchdowns and the wide receivers have the yardage,
Mason Taylor.
that's
That's
fine.
all I
with me.
care about. Just get that. Because then who do you if your tight ends are making plays and you got Garrett, you got A.D. Mitchell, and you got now Cooper, who are you covering? If they all perform, who are you covering? And with Breece in the back, right? Even Breece
Braelon.
catches. Listen, even Isaiah Davis can catch.
What about also a facet of the game that we all continue to forget about because we always forget about that part of the squad? Special teams. Our special teams was lights out last year.
Yeah.
Lights out. You want to talk about field position. That's why I'm saying, even to Vinny and to so many Jet fans, guys, hold on. We don't know what we have this year. If we have field position, if we control that every time they punt the ball to us, we're on the opposite side of the 50. And instead of going 70 yards, 60 yards, we just have to go 40, maybe 45, and it's an automatic field goal.
Yeah.
It's points.
Yeah.
Then we're playing chess. We're there, and we have a guy in Geno Smith that I can't believe I'm saying this. He's a hell of a quarterback compared to what we had last year. Hell of a quarterback.
But we want a guy that's older than him, if Dalton was around, to back him up. And we're worried about Geno's age, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And one thing that just boggles my mind is that they talk about how other teams are able to rebuild fast. What the hell are we doing? Why can't we do it?
We're doing it.
Exactly. You know?
Let me tell you, watching the World Cup and whatnot, having that feeling of rooting for a team and that expectation of winning. I want that with the Jets. And I think we can have that.
Yeah.
If we have the right nucleus. We had that in 2009, 2010. We had it. Like you go into a game and you're like, man, we could win this one. We could win it. The team is loaded. You have, man, David Bailey. I think the guy's going to be a stud.
I think so too.
Coupled with McDonald,
And
a guy that came into camp solid.
I think he's gonna see what this guy's doing. He's gonna have to pick up his game, and he's gonna force him to pick up his game on the other side. Watching Bailey, Bailey's got tons of moves, and this guy's gonna have to learn.
I agree.
Everyone on the defensive line is talking about Sweat.
Yeah,
they say not only he's big, he's very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they got a lot of intelligent guys there. You listen to when did last year we had all these players doing press conferences?
Not a lot. They didn't know who they were. No idea.
Exactly.
There was no identity to the team. And the beautiful thing about this is the plethora of salary cap cash that we have. So say in the event Will McDonald has a career year, we have the money. Yeah. We have the money to maintain this. Joe Tittman is going to be a Jet for quite a while. Breece Hall for the next 2 years or 3 years, whatever the case is.
You keep in your core.
Yes.
Finally. You keep in a core. All right. If you're going to cut everybody out, then you still got to build team together. You got to build a new core. Okay. And I don't buy this thing about New England going to be. Trust me, everyone saw what New England's done. and what they did to what the Seahawks did to them. All right, they put pressure on the kid, and the kid exploded. All right, they had a very as like our year was no interceptions. Their year was they had nobody to play against, and then when they finally did, they lucked out. The quarterback, the Knicks, on the last play of the game breaks his freaking, and C.J. Stroud plays like shit in the playoffs. Meanwhile, that defense was lights out. You know.
I'm going to bring up a player here that we drafted. I believe it was the seventh round, and
the cornerback,
the free safety.
Yeah,
he's 6'5", VJ Payne, big dude, man. I think there's going to be a lot of players 6'3". Here we go. I think there's going to be a lot of players that are going to crack the starting lineup here, and that we're going to be like, holy smokes, this is crazy. It all depends on if they buy in, and whoever buys in, I believe at that point, Glenn is going to put them in. And I think we have a lot of players that are moldable and have high motors. You spoke about A.D. Mitchell, a kid that wants to showcase to the Indianapolis Colts that they gave up too quickly on him. He's good. Who do you cover? Like you said, who do you cover? That's why teams that are facing the Jets, they're not facing the 2025 Jets. They have no idea how to game plan against the Jets. That's why the first game of the season against the Titans, Saleh has no idea. LaFleur has no clue. I can't chalk up 0-2 right off the bat. No idea. But I could easily see the Jets starting off 2-0 easily. Not easily, but you could tell that the Jets have something very special in that locker room, and it's something that they're
quarterback who can throw more than 5 yards.
They're wounded dogs. They're wounded dogs, man.
The first game against Pittsburgh, when we threw the ball downfield, we moved the ball. We made plays.
That's right.
I'm telling you, since that Buffalo game where he got terrorized, he was never the same. Okay? And that was the demise. That was it.
That was a sad game. Oh, my goodness. That was such a bad
game. He never let go of that game. He never let go of that game. He didn't have a memory of a goldfish like in Ted Lasso.
It's true.
Forget the game. Forget the game. Just move on. It happens.
You know, as rough as I have been on Geno Smith, I honestly think he's coming back into New York to prove
something. Yeah.
To prove people like me wrong. To prove so many people. Like let's put things in perspective. Last year, he had an offensive coordinator in Chip Kelly, who is one of the worst offensive coordinators ever. He's an asshole. I'm sorry. Number one. He places players in position to fail because he thinks it's Oregon, and he has Marcus Mariota as quarterback, and he thought he had that in Geno. But if you put Geno in a pro-style offense, just like Pete Carroll, who was his head coach last year, who didn't even realize, but he had someone as an offensive coordinator when he was with the Seahawks. He excelled. He became the comeback player of the year. I honestly think he could win that again. It's different. I think Frank Reich is bringing something very special to this team, something that we have not had in a while. When's the last time we had an actual offensive coordinator? Afram and Armand. Let me pose it. Armand, you haven't chimed in a while. I apologize. I keep going on a tangent.
I say during the Rex years, was it Schottenheimer?
But their best offense was 2015 with what's his name? Chan Gailey.
What about John Morton? Well, like when we had John Morton, it was still fun watching them. Wasn't that 2017?
it comes down to the quarterback
Yeah.
and moving the ball. Okay.
The most production was Fitzpatrick, Marshall, and Decker that year, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two guys.
Like if you're gonna if you're gonna talk about the coordinator itself, I say it's Schottenheimer.
Wow.
Who's the head coach of the Cowboys?
That is 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? 16.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. No, it's we're due, man. Like look at the Chiefs for so many years pre Pat Mahomes, the Buccaneers, another putrid franchise. We always laughed at them. Then we had the Bengals. It's time. It's long overdue. That's why we can flip the switch. It can happen for us this year easily. We have the players. We have the right coaches, I think. Head coach, I don't know.
If these games are going into the fourth quarter and we're still in it, no matter win or lose, that's all you want. You want the win, but you see progress.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, you can't disturb that. You have to continue because your talent increases next year with those 3 draft picks.
Not to be morbid, right? But you bring up something important here. So, like, let's say they're in it, right, in the fourth quarter, but they continue to lose, and we end up, hopefully not. I don't see this happening. 3-14.
No, I see better than that, but I'm saying
I do as well. But let's say if we get to
6 and 11.
6 and 11.
Let's just go with that number because that's the number that everyone that says he'll be gone if he's 6 wins. But if they're in every game, regardless, and they're progressing or they're gelling, how do you break up that?
I don't think he's gone, Ephraim.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he's gone. I think they would have to be as bad as they were last year on the field, and they would have to stay at 3 wins. Maybe even I'd say under 5 wins, and they're still as bad as they were last year on the field.
They would have to look inept like they did in 2025. Yes. That's it.
Let me bring another piece of this puzzle that Armand did about 30 minutes ago. Okay, so let's keep the scenario here. So let's say, for argument's sake, we're in it, but we keep losing. We're at 6 wins at the end of the season. Do you see Woody saying, all right, you know what? I guess Glenn isn't the guy, but we just found something special here in Frank Reich, and they promote him to head coach?
Well, I could see that. That's 100% because
I can see that. But if it's the defense that's keeping the game in.
Yeah. And Dan, what's something that me and Ephraim have preached about Woody Johnson.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So now here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust Woody to fire Glenn and Reich and pay 2 coaches high salaries to be on to be at home. I could see him firing Glenn and Reich becoming promoted because hey, he this is Reich's first year. Now let's see what he does as a head coach. Especially he can choose the quarterback he wants to go along with Muji.
I agree. I think,
and the salary would have something to say about that as well. I'm not gonna.
I think most probable that probably would happen, right? I mean, if we're going to go that route, and which is all right, I could go against it as much as I want to, but we've all known Woody Johnson for the longest, so he might look at Frank Reich as a Liam Cohen. Say, all right, I don't want to lose him.
That's possible.
Let's say Cade Klubnik, this whole fantasy that I have in my head that this is the guy and you don't want to impede his progress. He's a young kid going into year 2. Maybe he shows promise. And you see, I'm torn in so many different directions because I want to see the Jets win, but I also want to see a young quarterback flourish because I want my Justin Herbert. I want my Mahomes. I want my young gun, right? But at the same time, I want to win. I want to win.
They go by because he got picked 4th round. But
What's
the
up,
previous
Lance?
year, he was projected to go in the 1st round, just like Nussbaum.
Yes,
but they got injured, or that that whole team collapsed.
I'm going to bring this up. Yeah, look at this 2020. And I'm sorry, Afram.
Yeah,
cutting you off there.
no worries.
But this is important, right? This is the 2024 season stat comparison. In the event, like let's say Cade Klubnik would have declared that year, I have no doubt that he would have been selected in the first round.
Yeah, exactly.
He may have been selected.
Someone move into the first round to grab him, just like they did with Dart.
Look at
Probably
this.
would have gone ahead of Dart, maybe.
Now, let's say Jackson Dart would have came back. I don't know if he was eligible to come back, but let's say if he would have had a year like Klubnik had, he would have been selected in the 4th. That's why I'm like, if the Jets brass feel so confident on Cade Klubnik, if that's their guy, and that's Frank Reich's guy, that's why we can't really dismiss that.
They moved up to get him.
They moved up to get him.
And they moved up how many spots? 10 spots?
Yeah, because they said someone else was gonna grab him. They had plenty of time to grab someone else if they wanted.
They could have grabbed Klubnik instead of trading up for him in the 4th round. But they took the defensive tackle?
They took him, but no.
Darnell Jackson.
They moved up
right
from their 4th round spot to move up to get him. I think after him, because they were hearing that someone was going to grab him ahead of them if they sat pat.
That's what I was saying. Like they, instead of taking the defensive lineman, they could have taken Klubnik.
Yeah, they seem to know what everyone else is doing. It's very interesting how they know, but they seem to know. You know, or could be their agent saying, "Hey, look, we're getting interest from this." You know,
they're all in this together, Afram. Every team works in unison. Yeah, they're all buddy behind the scenes. Like
they know. All I'm concerned about is that I don't want to lose Muji. I'm tired of changing GMs. I don't want me
both, man.
I'm trying to change his head coaches, but he's doing a really good job. He's making smart moves. I don't want to bring a head coach in to replace AG, who wants to have full control, and Woody buys into that, and they get rid of Muji. Or Muji leaves because he says, "I'm not going to sit here." You know, I'm hoping that he continues to listen to Spielman. He should just make him president of the team, but
I agree.
Jaime has something on him. I don't know.
This is Kenyon Sadiq in practice. Look how fluid he is for being such a big guy, man.
6'3", runs a 4.3.
Look how he's a tank.
250 pounds, dude. He's running.
I knew that you were high on him before we drafted him. I got to be honest. I had no idea who he was.
I would see some games when I don't watch college football much, but when I see some games, kid was making catches that was unbelievable for his size. Okay.
Here, we got a question. A question from who ends up starting more games for the Jets?
Starting? I don't see Brady Cook making the team.
He'll be on the practice squad at best.
At best.
Brady Cook has to make the team if Bailey Zappi is that bad and he gets cut or he gets hurt.
Yeah,
but I think Cook's going to be on the practice squad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't started 5 games. Anyone could have started 5 games. They could have put anyone at those last 5 games. It was ridiculously horrible.
I actually have an interesting article from the NFL app. Top 11 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year candidates from Dan Purr, senior editor. Coming in at number 9 from Indiana, wide receiver, the New York Jets, Omar Cooper Jr.
Yep.
That it?
Yeah. I'm scrolling through it to see. I'm
going to show you something while you're looking at that here.
The only Jet that made it. He didn't have Sadiq.
Oh wow.
Number 1 is Jeremiah Love, the running back from Notre Dame. Jordan Tyson, number 2. And he has Jerediah Price, the running back from Notre Dame that went to Seattle, number 3.
Now, guys, we haven't even talked about this guy. Look how fluid he looks.
Yeah.
Like what his knee is fine. I don't think, and we've said this in the past with Garrett Wilson when we had Aaron Rodgers as our starting quarterback. We said, wow, he's going to have a career year, this and that. But, man, we were so blinded by having such a Hall of Fame quarterback, but it was a very self-centered guy that we were like, you know what? It's going to work anyway. It's going to work anyway. Then all of a sudden, Garrett Wilson was not a happy camper, even with Aaron Rodgers towards the end, because he was favoring his boy Devontae.
He was always open.
Always open, but he failed to throw it to him. Now you have Garrett Wilson with so many playmakers, either on the opposite side, in the slot, or in the seams. It's going to open him up as if like he has never seen before.
You see his interviews? He's happy as a pig in shit.
I saw the one quote about the leadership and about the group that are leaders here. He says, you know who they are.
Yeah.
You can tell. It's very telling how this team has embraced it's us against the world. And that, as a Jets fan, that's what you want. You want that because, not for nothing, that's the life story of a Jets fan. It's us against the world. You wear this out, they laugh. Or they say, I feel bad for you. You wear a Jets hat. Oh, my God. Really? Really? Yeah. Yeah, really. We're the most loyal fan base. I mean, bar none. We're the most loyal. I don't care what other team there is. The Cubs? No. Us. We're the ones. We keep coming back because we know sooner or later, and I think it's much rather sooner than the latter. It's gonna flip. It has to. It's the law of averages, man. Afram, look how long you've been waiting forever. Armand.
And ever.
I'm done. Like, I look at these memories behind me. I wasn't even born yet.
I remember when I was at 400 pounds and I lost more weight than just got to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's long overdue.
4 AFC championship games.
4.
82 against the Dolphins, the Mud Bowl.
Wow.
98 with Parcells.
Yeah.
Another one. And then 09 and 10 with the
Rex Ryan. 9 and 10 is for me. That's it. I wasn't even born in 82.
Yeah. So.
Look at the size of this guy, Juwan Briggs. You're telling me that imagine this guy coming at you a million miles an hour. Juwan Briggs is a big mofo, dude. Huge. Check this out. Again, they have players. They have them. There's no way that anyone, even teams, look at this guy.
That's what's his name, isn't it? That's
Juwan Briggs.
Yeah, Briggs. Yeah.
Holy smokes!
Yeah. You have Briggs, Obari, Osai is on PUP right now.
Let's see what he says.
You're gonna have so many defensive linemen. The rotation's gonna be sick if you want to look at it.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say comfortable. I'm the type of person to where I'm in a growth mindset. So the minute you feel comfortable is the minute you feel complacent.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but I'm all for humility. I'm all for that. And I think this team is humble. They're not saying anything. And the best part is what Aaron Glenn said, I believe it was yesterday. No slogans. Enough of this all gas, no break, that we're the New York Jets come get some. No, done. I love what you said, Afram. He has become humbled from the media, from all of this, humbled. All right, let's keep going. I want to see when the Jets score a touchdown, is he going to be that energetic? jumping up and down, this and that? Or is he going to be like, been there, done that? And whatever he chooses, I'm not going to bash the guy, but I am looking for that little difference maker. Like that, all right, we've been there before, and it's going to happen again and again and again. We're going to keep scoring touchdowns. It's part of the game. We're going to win. This is part of it. How do you see that?
Yeah, no, we'll see. If he stays humble, he's going to make his dance regardless. Listen, long as we see an offense that works and a defense that works, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to see progress. You know?
I think so.
I think he took the off season to not just look at what he can do as a coach better, but I think he looked at it as like, I have to grow as a person, as a human.
Right.
What did I do wrong not just as a coach, as the Jet, but as a human? Like what went wrong? Like Afron brought up, like everything collapsing, the time management, the performance on the field, the snapping at the media, every post game, every press conference last year, and now it's totally different. I think he went on, let's just say, a journey to find himself, to grow, to hopefully become a better person and a better coach.
I'm going to say something when it's all said and done. Let's say this thing works out. I think it's going to come to light that this off season, he had a huge discussion with Bill Parcells. I think he had a big time one-to-one, hung out with him and said, Bill, how did you come out of that first year? What did you do? What was your mindset? I need to learn from you. And I think when it's all said and done, this guy's going to succeed as a New York Jets head coach. And this isn't just, hyperbole or whatnot. I do see a big difference in Glenn, and not to the difference of what Saleh was, where you saw that there's like some shunning going on. I don't see that. I see Aaron Glenn, if he's going to go out, he's going to go out his way. That's why he hired Brian Duker, because he doesn't want to deflect anything. It's going to be on his shoulders. And I love that. I love it.
He's just his assistant. That's all he is.
That's it. And I'm good with that. Now, any parting words, guys, until we see each other once again next week?
Take one day at a time, man. That's all we can do.
That's it.
All we can
Armand?
Enjoy the practices. Don't get too caught up in what they say or whatever guys like Zach Rosenbach tweet out, like, hey, called him throwing a 50-yard pass. Like, don't get caught up in it. Enjoy for what it is. It's practice, baby.
2 weeks from tomorrow, baby. 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Relax and enjoy camp. And just give the Jets all the support you can right now until they prove us not to give them the support.
Oh, wait a minute. We can't log off just as yet. We got ourselves a special guest here. Wow, how did you know? Oh my goodness. Oh, there he is, sir.
Yo, dude, I fucking was running around. I was like, oh shit, Afterburners is on. Let me fucking run.
What's up, man? Been a while. You know what? We're staying on longer. Let's do it. I'm in. I missed you. I missed this group. I really did, because this, I don't know if you realized it. It's happy time. It's nice. It's up. We in the locker room. We're ready to freaking go out there. It's wartime. Our focus is us against the world, Jet fans, the Jet players. I'm excited, and this isn't just wishful thinking. Not for nothing, Johnny. This right here, it feels tangible that it is something different in the air this time around.
100%. I mean, you have Aaron Glenn going to these pressers, something 100 and fucking billion times different than what he used to be. And it's refreshing to hear him just like, I think somebody sent him to media school.
Yes.
And I think somebody said to him, stop trying to be Bill Parcells.
Correct.
You're not Bill Parcells. Just be yourself. And also, you are not Aaron Glenn, the player, anymore. You're Aaron Glenn, the head coach of the New York Jets. And you need to start acting more like that, you know, and you're seeing it. And I loved it. I love the fact that some of the questions that they're asking him, and he's like, I'm not going to answer that because that stuff is going to stay in house.
Love it.
But I'm kind of going to say, like, we are improving. Every day is going to be an improvement. We're going to get into this. Like today, him talking about the snap counts.
Snap counts.
Yes.
And he was like, you know, going from 45, then to, you know, 55, then to 65, and get him like that. I was like, oh, this is great. This is amazing to hear that, you know.
He wouldn't have said that last year. He would have just said, I'm keeping that internally. And that's between us and the players.
Yep.
You know what I like what he said today? I like what I see. I don't love what I see.
Yep, 100%. So you took the words right out of my mouth, Alfred. That's what I was going to say next, because that to me is showing that you gotta come with it. And to piggyback off of that, Breece Hall talked today, and I was like, wow, this sounds like a completely different individual. Like, this dude's happy to be here. He talked about, you know, we finally have stability in the actual locker room, building, all of it. And I was like, wow. And what I loved is that he says, I have Braelon Allen that is trying to take my job. So I have to come in here every day and put my best foot forward.
Absolutely.
When's the last time we've heard any of the players talk like that at all? It's been a while, man.
Yeah.
And
as I said earlier, how many guys have you seen do interviews last year?
Exactly.
Press conferences.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously they're believing in what Aaron Glenn is putting there, and you're seeing it. So it is the off season. It is when we shine the most. Okay. So that comes in my back of my head, but it's the way that they're presenting themselves this time around. It's different.
Absolutely.
It's not the same. It's like an organization that has a clear path on what they're trying to do and what they're trying to show out for this upcoming season. And I'm all for it. I cannot wait. I mean, dude, seeing some of the guys out there, you're just trying to get up inside here, you know, like, I mean, that's like, you know, in motion. Like, I was about to say something that I shouldn't say, but, you know.
Look at that. Poetry, man. You know what I mean?
That's Danhausen to Joe Hendry all day, every day.
All day, every day, man. And the crazy thing is, yes, it's practice, you know, but with the amount of weapons that we have here, and again, I'm going to say it again, A.D. Mitchell, you have Omar Cooper, Kenyon Sadiq, Mason, the list goes on. And then you have Breece and you have Braelon, Geno, a guy that he's been there, done that. You like him, you hate him, whatever the case is. He's another guy, a whole bunch of chips on his shoulder. He wants to prove everyone wrong. And he comes back to New York where everybody wrote him off. I'll be the first one. I wrote him off. I don't like him. I did not like him coming back. But you know what? I like the maturity. I like how he started off the press conference this week and said, you know what? It sucks that I had to bring baggage, you know, being in the spotlight in the off season. I'm sorry about that. That's not happening anymore. Love that. Taking accountability as opposed to, no, I'm not going to answer that. Not going to answer that. None of your business. Nah, that's it. It's out. It's over. It's in the past. Let's keep going forward. We all have one mission. And the mission is to be 1-0 and then come back to MetLife against the Green Bay Packers. They're an excellent football team. But man, that stadium right there, I said it earlier to begin the show, that stadium is going to be synonymous to the 2009 home opener against the Patriots. That's how rocking that stadium is going to be. And if you guys think I'm lying on that or going beyond on a limb, we have missed winning. We are yearning to win And to be 2-0 for a team that was laughed at last year, that we're all, oh man, why don't you fire Aaron Glenn? He sucked. Start off 2-0. And then anything can happen. Anything. And then we go against Detroit and let the chips fall where they may.
You start 2-0 and look confident and competing, people are going to look at it a lot differently.
100%. I mean, I'm not, again, with the games that I'm more worried are the later games when we go into that into those games against like the Chargers and all that, because there's like 3 games that are these back to back, and I'm like, holy shit, like that's a
let's throw it up there
right there, But the first 4 games, dude, I'm not that worried. Like, again, Tennessee, the fact that you got Robert Saleh talking about we're gonna kick their ass should be more than enough ammo for the New York Jets to be able to use. Green Bay has not won since Parsons has been injured. They have not won.
Wow.
Detroit Lions, okay, they're on a decline, man. And you started seeing it. Now, the Bears, look, you can say whatever you want, man, but that dude Caleb, that's the game that I'm like, okay, there's something there. Maybe we lose, And then you got the Browns. That's a pickup game.
But piggybacking off of that, right? Detroit and Chicago. Like I could totally see the Jets start off 2-0. Even if, hopefully not, but let's say we lose against Detroit and Chicago. I just want to see maximum effort and nail biter. I want to see them toe to toe. Like, all right, Detroit, Chicago, you guys have passed where we are, but we're coming and we're going to make it a fight. Blood everywhere, knuckles all ripped up. It's a new New York Jet squad roster, mindset, culture, as opposed to, all right, we're 2-0 against the Detroit Lions and we lose 43-3. Against the Bears, 35-7. I don't want that. I want the Jets to compete. And that's why this training camp is so vital to this core. That's why kind of what Afram was saying earlier. That's why having these veteran leaders in that locker is imperative, man. It's enormous to have these guys to groom the young players, such as the draft class that we have right now and last year's. I think it's going to be a fun year. Hopefully, injuries do happen. I'm not wishing injury on anyone, and anyone who's wishing injury on anyone, go kick rocks, man. That's not what life is about.
And like it or not, they've already started the past 2 days. Shamar Stewart, the defensive lineman for the Bengals.
Oh, I saw that. Horrible,
like they've already started already.
Go ahead, finish.
My worry part of the schedule, Dan, is October 18th from New England all the way down to November 15th, Buffalo. All those games, AFC games, 3 of them are division games. And like it or not, the Dolphins and the Jets, like I brought up earlier, are in the same, I think we have a much higher ceiling of talent, especially on offense. But where they're even is Malik Willis and Geno Smith. I look at those 2 guys equally right now.
Dude, that's 9 games against the AFC conference after the Bears game. That's insanity, man. 9 games straight.
I get like the Dolphin and the Raiders game, like could easily see them go 1-1. They could easily go 2-0. The Jets' history 0-2.
Right. That's why those games against Detroit and the Bears will showcase what kind of team and what kind of core we have. Because, yes, a lot of Jet fans from the non-Jet fans will say, all right, against the Chiefs, loss. Even Jet fans, loss. The Chiefs have no idea what we have. We have no idea as fans what we have. And that's what makes this team so dangerous. Because we have no clue. But the most important thing is if we could kind of dabble into what the Knicks had, right? I know it's a different sport, but the mentality is the same. Cohesiveness, players, brothers leaning on each other. We can do this. Let's stick together, stick to the plan. That's why, to me, this is different than last year. We have an offensive coordinator that's been there, done that. We have a signal caller that's been there, done that. Think about it for a second, guys.
The comeback kid. That's it. What he's known for, bro.
And this is what Glenn knows. All of his tenure as a player and a coach, when he was a player, things turned around with a veteran quarterback in Vinny Testaverde. Then he went to New Orleans, Drew Brees. Then he goes to Detroit. They trade for Jared Goff. Now it's kind of the same thing. You have these quarterbacks that nobody wants. Nobody wanted Jared Goff. They thought he was like, all right, you know what? You took us to a Super Bowl. You're kind of on your downhill. Same thing with Vinny. Nobody wanted him anymore. Gone. Drew Brees, he's going to New Orleans with a freaking broken shoulder from San Diego. And then all of a sudden, holy smokes, they revitalized their career. Who's to say that it can't happen with Geno?
Vinny T is probably a really great comp to Geno.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we got Vinny T, he was coming from a shitty offense. He did not look good, throwing interceptions left and right, and he's with us. And you're just like, wow, this is crazy. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So it's an exciting time, man. You know, are my hopes up? Always. It's 0-0 right now. You know, nobody knows who we are. Nobody knows what we have. So, and I love that you're giving Frank Reich some kudos because he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
And again, and I keep going back and I keep saying, I think that the coordinating staff that they have right now is a perfect marriage of old and young.
Yes.
You have the old guys that have been there, that have done that have seen it all and everything. But then you got the more young, innovating minds that could say, hey, this is working. This is all. Because they made sure to say, especially today, yesterday when Muji was talking so much about all this, you know, high-tech stuff that they're doing right now, that they're utilizing on a consistent base now, that they have it in their systems and all of that to help them break things down.
The AI, right? AI?
The whole AI.
Analytics.
Love
all
it.
that stuff,
Love
yeah.
it. Love
You
it.
know, and it's where the NFL is going. And for us to not be, you know, stuck in the old freaking Stone Age days where you know, people are playing Atari and then you know, we're playing Atari, but other people are playing the brand new Xbox. Like,
without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, you know, and you brought up such a great point even to start off, Johnny Boy, that we're not going to see this.
No.
I don't think we're going to see this anymore because, you know, I think he wanted to showcase a certain persona of, I'm the new sheriff in town. You lean on me no matter what. But more can be said through a soft-spoken demeanor where you know he means business, but nice, even keel. No, it's not the 50s. It's not the 80s. It's a different game now. People don't respond to you getting chewed out in front of everyone. Yes, as a fan, oh, this is great. That, you know, he's holding them accountable. But now the player's walking on eggshells. And they're going to be making even that much more, many more mistakes. It's a different era.
Can I make a point here?
Yep.
They're learning a new offense, a new defense.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we play the Chiefs, we'd have 8 games of experience practicing this new offense and defense and gelling together. And when the team starts to gel, they start playing a whole lot better.
Yes.
Okay, so let's look at it that way. As they get better and better, 8 games under their cap before they start hitting that little hot zone with the Chiefs and the Chargers and
the Bills.
And then the Bills. Could be a wholly different team by then.
I mean, same thing could be said though about the Chiefs though, man, because they got Mahomes. Mahomes will be back unless it's Justin Fields. which I don't know if you guys
It's
saw.
not.
Oh, horrible. Horrible.
know-
Did you see it? Did
Yeah,
you
he
see
threw
how
that
bad he was?
interception right to the damn receiver.
Yeah. Nate, make no mistake here. It means a lot to him.
Oh yeah, 100%. But he can't be that guy anymore. He's not Aaron Glenn, the player anymore. He's the head coach. It's completely different.
Right. And it's just the reason why I bring this photo up is because remember Rex Ryan, how much it meant to him with the green and white. It didn't mean shit to him when he went to the Bills. It didn't. But as a Jet, growing up in that household, knowing that his dad was the defensive coordinator for the '69 championship Super Bowl champions Jets, Aaron Glenn has seen it firsthand what it is to succeed in this town as New York Jets, painting everything green. Dude, I remember as if it was yesterday, 98. There were shirts, Vinny and the Jets, everybody wearing a Jets jersey. It was just like, wow, what is this? And then 2009, same thing. People rocking out their Curtis Martin jerseys in 2010, Santonio Holmes, all this stuff. I think we're very close. There's something special, man. And I know it might sound like a rerun of last year and the year before. Nah, this is way different.
Dan, bro, you're hitting right on it because I was watching Men in Black the other day, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a scene that they're in this restaurant and they're going against this alien, and the alien is rocking a number 6 Mark Sanchez jersey, right? And I'm just like, wow, like, damn, you haven't seen that. It's been that long since you've seen people wearing Jet stuff in a movie.
Could have been Mark as an alien.
It could have been Mark as an alien. But after, like, you're hitting on it, dude. You're right. They could be firing at all cylinders.
Yeah, exactly. We don't
know what team this is going into that Detroit game. Like, I really do. And, I know a lot of people are saying the whole, game one, it's a must win and all that. I don't see it that way because it's such a long season. I think it's more of a stamp of approval type of game because let's be honest, bro, you're going against your ex-girlfriend and you want to show out, especially
your two ex-wives in New York. Let's call it what it is, Johnny boy, Dable and Sala, 2 ex-wives in New York.
Exactly.
We're probably, like it or not, we're probably going to hear from some fellow, if you have any Giant fans that are friends of yours or family members that, might tell you privately, kick the Titans' ass just to screw Dable.
You got to.
They want to be the New York Jets. They got the Tennessee Titans. We were the OG Titans, right? They were like, you know what?
That's right.
We're going to go ahead and also get Robert Saleh. And you know what? We're also going to get a whole bunch of your ex-players over here. Go, take all that. He hasn't learned his lesson yet. And you're seeing it, man, because what Afram was saying, when was the last time you seen so many players talk at pressers after training camps? It's crazy. And you're getting it from people that you would never think that you would hear from.
I'm going to make a comparison here. Might get clobbered, but it is controversial, whatever the case is. I see a lot of Tom Coughlin. And what I mean by this is, remember when Tom Coughlin, his first year there, Michael Strahan could not stand him. Yeah. Not only him, so many players couldn't stand him.
Disciplined.
They didn't like it. And then he had a hard look in the mirror. And who's to say, guys, who's to say Coughlin didn't call Bill? I think the common denominator here is Bill Parcells. And that goes all the way to Bill Belichick. It goes all the way to that tree. He's the main guy that a lot of people call. And I think Aaron Glenn did do that. And that's why I see a lot of these press conferences with Aaron Glenn. And I'm like, man, that looks so familiar. Where did I see that? And obviously, living here in New York, you hear press conferences from the Giants. And I remember Coughlin, the demeanor changed a little bit. the players had a little bit more freedom. And dang, I see this from this. Now, before we even move forward, for everyone watching right now, help us to get to 5,000. This is it's fully stitched. K Klubnik, number 10, here, old school. All right.
Give me
if
that.
we get to 5,000, I'm going to raffle this. And one lucky guy or gal will be getting this. And this is the Reebok one. This is an actual Jets football jersey. This is what it feels like. Not the new crap that we got that you could use as a sham wow. They're just letting you guys know, if you can, just hit the sub. If you're watching on X, hop over to YouTube and hit that sub. This could be yours.
Hold on one second.
Oh shit!
We got that from the move off of the chair.
Oh my God, what do we got here?
Yeah.
What do we got?
Oh.
I got this from DH Gate, but I only used the 0 because it was before they gave him his number.
Oh my goodness!
Stitched, lettering,
Yes.
everything. How much you pay for yours?
This? No, I had that already.
$30.
Nice.
Great.
Beautiful.
All stitched.
Yo, I think I saw that thing.
0. Love it.
I think it said
It was before he
Let me see the front.
I think it
It's
said
the
the New
black
York
jersey
Dragons.
Afro.
Let me see. In the okay.
Yeah.
It says New York Dragons.
Nice. Good stuff, man. I
At
love
this
it.
point, the way we were, the revolving door didn't pay to buy any real jerseys. So.
Listen, I'm so with you. I recycle a lot of my jerseys. I got a guy that gives me the nameplate and whatnot.
Yeah.
Look at you. Oh, Membao. Would you buy that?
The Jets shop. I bought it last year. Remember, I made the promise.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Go
only
ahead.
I bought the one. I said I was going to buy the 2 of them, but I actually am going to buy the green jersey for Membu. They
Okay.
actually, if you go on the Jets team store, they don't have Membu in the white jersey.
They should
No?
be playing that white uniform all year.
Oh yeah, that shit's so fucking dope, man.
So beautiful, man. So nice, dude.
The white helmet.
The only thing where they messed up just a little bit, and I know I'm being picky, is it should have been the 3-liner, the dual green and white.
What pisses
I think-
me off is they doing it for one game.
Yeah, same with me.
What is
man.
that all about?
That's
Yeah.
I don't like
Line
that.
of the Green Bay Packers.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
I tell you one thing: the Jets should come in with their Titans uniform, game 1. Told them who the real Titans are.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
They
and
would never do that.
I know.
They're
But it's true.
and chanting the song, right? Everywhere we go, people want to know.
Yeah, that'll be pissing off a lot of guys on the other team.
Oh my gosh.
I'll be there. I'm gonna be at that game, and I'm gonna be singing right there with them. Man.
Oh, you going to Nashville?
Yeah, I'm going to Nashville, Green Bay, and Browns.
How far is Nashville from you?
About 8 hours.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, I'm driving the kids to, and my in-laws are gonna watch them because we got a place up in Tennessee, and so they'll be there with them. Then we'll drive up to Nashville. And,
Johnny, how long are you coming in for the home opener? Like, how many days are you staying?
dude, so the night before, it's my wife's birthday. She's on the 19th, right? Game's on the 20th, so I'm gonna be flying in probably that day and then flying back out that night.
Oh,
yeah. Well, what's up?
no, it's good. Like, if you were coming in for a few days, I would have said, like, let's try to meet up for lunch or something, you know.
Oh yeah. Dude, you know, man, I need to get my arm on fixed again, man. So I'm actually be on the lookout on the 10th of August. Make sure you guys are watching Monday Night Raw, because you guys might see Pancho Verde next to Michael Cole. Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
Are you serious?
I promise you. Yeah.
It's on Netflix. Monday Night Raw is on Netflix. In case
What
it's no
time?
longer 8:00.
8:00. Yeah.
On Netflix on a Monday night?
Yes.
Yep.
Listen, I'm just curious, right? Johnny boy, when are you going to be here? In September?
Yep.
All right. I think a good meetup spot. Afram, are you in New York or you're in Jersey, right?
I'm in Jersey.
All right. How far are you from Queens?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, if there's no traffic, probably less than an hour, right?
What about you, Armand?
I usually take the LIRR. I could get there like.
Look, when you're here, Johnny, maybe we could set something up. I know this great steakhouse.
With it.
Let's hang out, man. Let's do all four of us just hang out. I know a great spot, great food, and you guys know I only eat freaking red meat. That's all.
You had me at meat.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
I'm leaving that one alone.
Listen, all I'm going to say is that the bills don't pay itself. All right, so it is what it is. All right, it is what it is. Times are tough. Thanks, Mom Donnie.
This is awesome that you are you're back rocking on here. Like, you know, it's exciting to see a lot of the fan base rallying around Aaron Glenn.
Yep.
Right now, where before it was kind of, you know, still. I mean, he still has a lot to prove, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I said that I will be critical of him this year because, you know, now it's his show. He's really running the things like he's supposed to. He can't be what he was last year. Like, you can't. No. You know, not with all the talent that you literally really do have.
Yes.
And I love what he said today when he said, because they asked him about the rookies and what are the rookies going to essentially do with, like, contribute. And he said, everybody is given an opportunity, has a chance. They got to see if they're going to take it. And I love that. And then you hear it from Breece Hall. Breece Hall gets on the podium. He's like, dude, Braelon Allen, you know, and the Jackrabbit are gunning for my spot. I got to show everybody that we're here. Also, Garrett Wilson and myself, we both have a little thing that we got going against each other to see who's the best athlete on the field. And I want to make sure it's always me. Like, that's the stuff you want to hear. And him talking about he's a vet now. Mm-hmm. That was huge. Huge.
Here's a question for all you. Are you more excited this year knowing what happened last year than you were last year when they hired him as the head coach with the team that they had initially?
Yes.
I was excited last year. I was
more
excited.
Than this year?
No.
That's my question.
No. I'm more excited now because there's more at risk. Last year it was like, all right, we know it's his first year. He's going to have some a learning curve, but if it doesn't go well, he's going to come back next year. Now it's everything's on the table, and you know that Aaron Glenn is going to do things his way, because if he doesn't and he fails, he's out. That's how I look at it. And you have not only that, you have all of the players buying in, and many players are in the same boat. So they're all feeding off of each other in a positive way. Geno Smith, this might be his last hurrah, last one. He's like, all right, let's get to it. I'm all for it. I'm more excited this year.
Could you imagine Geno Smith last hurrah is him breaking the streak of us not having a winning season, also breaking the streak of not being in the playoffs, and also breaking the streak of yardage, breaks Joe Namath's freaking, you know, record that he has here with us for a single season. It would be poetic, you know what I mean? Like for something, because you guys could say whatever about Geno Smith, that he's bounced around and all this shit like that, but at the end of the day, he was drafted by this team.
Yep.
When a whole bunch of other motherfuckers were just giving up, and he still remembers that crap to this day. He said it. You know, from when I came and all that, I always had that chip on my shoulder as well. So he just needs to carry his damn license and stop speeding.
Yes. Yo, use a freaking chauffeur, man. That I will never understand
It's Florida, bro. Yo, they got like spots that are like over 80 that you're
Yes.
going over there. So it's like, and where he's at, bro, it's dude, you're in a Lambo. You're telling me you're not speeding in a Lambo?
That's I hear you. I get it. You're right. It's a different life, right? We've never even fathomed that. Like, imagine that. You're right. Being in a Lamborghini, Ferrari. I mean, there's places in Jersey, I think you could rent it and go one lap around the track for like $500. This guy owns it and he has multiple.
Yep.
Why not? But
but Dan, and Afram said it the other day on the show, it's the Jets. Everything with the Jets just gets magnitude.
It does.
So big that it's sickening. Look what just happened with the whole Tony Romo situation. Okay, it's already being forgotten about.
Yeah,
and they're not talking about it no much. But for how long was Geno Smith shit all over the news, all over ESPN? Now, granted, I don't think Tony Romo was drunk. I think it was more of a power trip by whoever the individual was.
Right.
Maybe they haven't forgiven him for what happened in Dallas or whatever, right? But it to me, it's like, anything happens with the Jets, it gets blasted out there. See, look, oh, here we go, same old Jets. How is this signal caller supposed to be doing that where he can't even freaking carry his own license? Like, that's the shit that you were hearing. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with it. That's nothing to do with football.
I mean, look at Kyle Shanahan in this situation. I mean, it just happened like, 2 days ago, maybe yesterday?
Oh, horrible.
Yeah.
How fast is that going to – that's probably going to be like nobody's going to talk about it probably after tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I saw ESPN notification that he's not getting charges pressed against him.
Shanahan. So I don't know too much about that. What was that? Like, what happened? If you give me the quick.
So Shanahan was in an accident. He hit by an SUV. At the press conference he had, I think either yesterday or the day before, he said the accident's on me, not the girl driver of the SUV. He basically dropped his phone in between the car seat and in between the seat. He went to look for it. By the time he looked up, he was past the line and he hit into an SUV.
Oh.
He almost lost, according to Chris Sims, Shanahan almost lost an eye. He has a concussion, I think a broken rib. He needed 40 stitches on the face.
Wow.
Yeah. But because he has a winning team, no one says much. If it was Geno,
it's a wrap.
It was a front page headline.
Check this out here. Braelon Allen.
Braelon, you looked good out there today. How are you feeling overall physically?
I feel great. I had a lot of time, obviously, with the injury last year to just focus on my body, building it back up and getting it to, the point where I was going to be durable and able to last, for the duration of the season. So right now I can say, this is the best I've ever felt coming into camp, and it's been great.
That's a Hummer, bro. That's a Hummer. Dude. Yeah, that looks. Yeah, that's a blue chew. That exactly. That's the end result of combining a Cialis and a blue chew. That's exactly what it looks like. That's exactly. That guy's gonna be unstoppable. That's a dick with abs.
That's a beast, bro. That guy is, dude. But not only him. Have you seen the pictures of Will McDonald?
Is a monster. He ate the farm. You know what I mean?
These guys, I'm telling you, man, they're hearing all the shit that's being talked about now.
Yes, they bought in.
That's it. That's all you need to do is buy in.
And you know who always kept talking so highly of Will McDonald? Aaron fucking Glenn, bro.
Aaron Glenn,
Glenn never said nothing bad about that man.
Nothing.
So that's the stuff that we don't talk about, enough. But we do talk about him saying stupid shit like that's my superpowers, if
right.
you know what I'm saying, like
yes,
those are the type of things that nobody wants to talk about. But I'm excited, man, for the season and cannot wait, man. I just cannot wait. I cannot wait for them to fucking it's going to be insane when they get that first interception.
Absolutely. Across the board. And I think I'm going to go on a limb.
It should happen at home. Don't have no turnovers against Tennessee. Don't create no turn. Create the first turnover and recover the first turnover against Green Bay.
Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
Because
don't give me that. I want 9 interceptions the first game of the season. Like I want them to annihilate the Titans. I want to win. Give me 1-0. We're above 500. We come back here. We continue on
wins and losses. I said I'm talking strictly turnovers.
I want to turd over. I want to turn the page of this turd stench that we've had for the past 16 years. I'm done with this. I want turnovers. I want wins. I want touchdowns. I'm sick and tired. I want a damn team. I want cohesiveness.
Well, I know a good bakery that could give you an apple turnover.
He's back.
He's back.
I'm back, baby.
August 14th is the first preseason game against Tampa, right?
Am I back? Let me see.
Yep.
On
Friday.
August 14th.
Hey, Dan.
No, I'm not going to be back. Oh, I'm going to miss it. That sucks.
Where are you going?
I'm going on vacation next Tuesday. I'm going to Europe. I'm going to go to France, Italy. So Liam is going to be holding the fort down alongside with Armand.
Dan, are you going to go to Spain and just pee at every single corner that you can?
No. Listen. I said it before.
Friendly, Johnny. Family friendly.
No. Listen, Spain played an outstanding game. What happened to Argentina? They got owned that game, but they still had opportunities 2 times to put the ball in to win the game. They even though they got, I don't know what the hell happened, but it happened. My whole thing is, like I told all my friends, I'm like, I got the opportunity to watch my team win a World Cup. Yep. Like, to me, that was, no one will ever take that away. And for them to defend it the way they did, I was disappointed in Argentina with the whole flag thing that they did against England. I think that to me was like, what are you doing? Stop politicizing. I get it. And there's a whole history behind that, especially, you know what? I might get in trouble in saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. In the Argentinian schools, they brainwash a lot of Argentines on the Falkland Islands.
Oh, okay.
They brainwashed them. And what they did to those poor kids, sending them there, not good. Not good. Argentina, I love you. But you have to stop that. Soccer is soccer. Enjoy it. It's big. It's great. We had something great going. The F were you doing? Putting that out there. You know that you beat a classy team with England. You beat them. And you beat them with like great fashion. Fair and square. And then to rub it in like that, not cool, man. I mean, look, I'm a diehard fan in any sport that I'm at, but there has to be that fair play and that common respect of your opponent. That's it. That's it. Spain, because they beat Argentina, I'm going to be like, oh, I hate Spain. No way. On the contrary, I'm going to say this. I'm going to end. What Spain did for Lionel Messi, Argentina would not do. Messi had a deformity with his legs, and Argentina knew that. Spain was the only country that said, you know what, we'll bring him to us, and we will help him. And they did. So Messi had a decision to make to play for Spain, which he would have, honestly, if I was him, I would have said, all right, dude, Argentina, my hometown, my home country said, F you. We're not going to pay for you to help you with your knees. But because out of respect, he did it for his parents, whatever the case is, and he played his heart out for Argentina. But to me, it is a great ending that he goes out that way. But I'm going to say something. I don't think he's going out. I think he's going to play in 2030.
I agree with you 100%. I think this reawoken him. So I don't know if you guys watch, football like that, but first off, I love it. It was a really good World Cup. Okay.
Yep.
Spain deserved it. Spain only allowed 1 goal the entire tournament, which is crazy, first off. But I think the fact that they moved them up to a forward instead of keeping him at mid where he normally is, it was the best thing that they could have done for him because he does not have to run as much, So I think they saw what Miami did.
Yes.
Because that's what he plays over there in Miami.
Yep.
And they were like, nope, we're going to go ahead and do that over here. And you saw the difference. Look, I was rooting for Argentina because I wanted them to beat Spain and all of that. Now I'm a Cristiano fan. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I respect what Messi. And I think Messi shown that out of, the Argentinian players that have played, he is the best. Not only as an Argentinian player, but as a player, period.
Yeah.
And what
I agree.
He went over Maradona, bro. Like,
oh yeah. No, that's for sure. And Maradona would have been Messi and more had he not messed with drugs. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
If he didn't, then. But again, he allowed politics and all that crap to feed in, and that is not good, man. And that goes for any sport.
Yeah.
The moment you start placing politics into sports as a player, the sport is bigger, and things happen behind the scenes. You cannot mess with the owner's money and having a bad reputation tarnishing the shield, no matter if it's the NFL, MLB, NHL, especially FIFA. FIFA is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Trillion. I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, Dan, imagine Maradona during the hydration period.
He said it. He said it as soon as he found out that the U.S. was going to host the World Cup. He said they're going to destroy the team. They're going to destroy the sport. They're going to break it into 4 halves. And to me, it's stupid. I'm sorry.
It is.
It's dumb. It's dumb. You kill the momentum. And if it merits it, if you're playing in Qatar, I get it. But like if you're in an indoor and it's controlled, the hell are you taking water breaks for?
Yeah.
It sucked.
Imagine if Maradona would have been having a hydration period.
Forget it.
It would have been lines after lines.
Powder. It would have been a powder dration.
That dude would have came out even more hyped up.
Ephedra, all that stuff. The whole thing.
Yeah,
that's
my bad, Armand. No.
Armand feels what I feel now. Like when you start talking hockey, and I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. You're like the Penguins. I'm thinking about freaking North Pole.
No, you're good, Johnny. So, because I told Dan this privately. My dad was the captain of the Egyptian national team. My dad's from Egypt. Nice. My dad played in 2 Olympics. He played soccer.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah. So a lot of the Arabic people around myself here in Jersey City, the older people, they know my dad, and every time they see him, they call him captain.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
So I grew up watching soccer. I'm not into it as much as like you and Dan are. I do know Messi and so, but we had it on in the house. My dad was watching the World Cup every day.
How pissed was it what they did to Egypt this time around?
Yeah. We don't we're not like Dan would get pissed, obviously, for what happened to Egypt in the World Cup. If that happened to Argentina, my dad's not like that.
Shoot, man, that was wrong, bro. So. But boys, I'm gonna head out. This was awesome seeing you guys on here, man. It feels like back in the day. And Hey, JETS,
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Let's go. Hit the sub, hit the like. You guys know what time it is. Armand, Mr.
You're not on tomorrow, right?
You know I am.
Are
Yeah,
you? I thought
baby.
you were off.
Oh yeah, man. The show must continue.
I thought you'd taken a week off, you guys.
Nah, I was like, nope. We got to keep it going. I got to talk about what's been going on, how I feel about things, and we got our guy, the Danger Zone. Dano's
Nice. Love it.
Dano's coming on.
He's coming on. Yeah, so
Okay.
is he gonna get one off? Probably. So that's why he's coming on.
But then his show is on after, right?
Yeah. So it won't be as long or anything, but it'll be a really good. I'm excited, man. Every time me and Dano talk, it's he says an hour, but then it ends up going way long. So because we'll just start politicking into it, But hey, the Jets are doing something. You're seeing it. You're starting even to the fact where you got Rich Cimini saying like, "Yo, it is completely different there," So
1,000%, man. I can't wait. Now, with that, guys, we're going to close up shop and let's get to it. We'll see you guys next week. I will see you guys in about 2 or 3 weeks. So let's go Jets. And man, it's good to look forward to this thing.
We're back, baby.
We're back, baby. Let's go Jets. Whoop, whoop.
Nope.
Quarterback, Ken O'Brien of California Davis.
Just 14 that first time, now going long. They got a wide open man, and he makes the catch. It's Braelon Edwards taking off. Braelon Edwards will take it home for the touchdown. 80.
First down in San Diego territory at the 47-yard line. Big draw. And Pennington going for 6. Deep down the field.